Hi there, welcome to the lesson plan structure video. So make sure you print off one of the lesson plan structures, then we can go through it together as well. So get that ready for us, please. Now on this one, it's not overly difficult to understand. Across the top, very top, sorry, you've got the week that it is. I suggest you have 104 of these. So let's say week 9, part 1. Then that way you've got everything structured out for yourself. Although I've put the lessons together for you, I haven't put them into your actual lesson plan, so you can mix and match whichever one you want to use depending on how you feel as well. We have left a little bit for you to get better as an instructor as well. Now within here as well, we've got the lesson structure. So you've got the warm up, you've got the blitz and time, and then you've got the stretch and cool down along the bottom, or the third one. So we split the class into 3 parts. Nice little warm up, absolutely blitz them, and then give them a nice good cool down. So the thing as well is, especially if you're just doing women only boot camps, then what's great about it is that women are generally a lot stronger on the inside than what guys are, whereas guys are a lot stronger on the outside than women. So they do like to have a different style of workout. Now, you can mostly use body weight and get most of the results that you need, if not all of the results you need. You don't need to use the weights really, but if you wanted to add that in there as well, then great, it's not a problem, it's fine with them. My point is though, is that whatever you do, punish them and they'll love you for it. Okay, so give them a real hard time. Give yourself time at the end to have a real good stretch out as well. We mix up and use different sort of yoga stretches as well as ballistic stretches, and to really sort of get them to cool down. I prefer more the yoga style of stretching at the end, just to get them working the breathing and the cool down side of things too, so that we can say to everybody then that they have a mix of everything within what we do in the boot camp. So what we cover then is the next column is the area of the body that we want to focus on. So if you have other people doing the classes for you, or other people that are there that are helping you out as well, you can give them this lesson plan. You've circled or highlighted the areas of the body they're going to be covering. The next one obviously is the equipment needed. I mean, I don't need to go over the areas of the body, you know them I guess. The equipment that will be needed, and then in the next part is the exercises. So you write down what it is that they're going to be doing in this part here, as in the warm-up. The warm-up can last anything between 5 minutes to 15 minutes in time. The actual main blitz them part can go anything between 30 minutes to 40 minutes, depending on what you want to do with them, or 20 minutes. What I tend to do is fluctuate between sort of 5 or 15 minutes, and then have like the 30 minutes or 40 minutes of time for the main blitz them bit, and then depending on how much time we've had here and how they've done within their rest to get through all of this, can generally mean we have anything between up to 15 minutes of cool down time. I like to keep the cool down at the end 15 minutes because we've just absolutely blitzed it here. Okay, so I like to have it at like about 15-minute cool down, or 10 to 15-minute cool down, where we can really stretch out the muscles, really engage and get deeper into the stretch each and every time, so we get nice longer muscles, or more flexible, relaxed muscles, let's say, so that they can actually get back into doing the next class a lot quicker. And when they leave, they always feel really great. So even during this, they feel like they're going to die. At the end, when you've finished and they've done the stretch out, they've stopped sweating, they've cooled down a lot, and they leave feeling fantastic. And that's what you want. You want them to leave with a big smile on their face. So going through like the equipment needed, we've made a list here. You can change this as well and add your own bits in there, but things like the Bosu ball, medicine ball, TRX cables, the resistance band, weights, plyometric box, boxing gloves, focus mitts, kick shields, tie pads, kettlebells, cones, hurdles, agility ladder, Olympic sandbag, jump rope or skipping rope, depending on how you call it. We have, you can use like the MMA dummies, or you can get, if you know someone that's got quite a long punch bag or a tie bag, then you can use those, and they can just turning those over and flipping them is a really good core workout as well as strength building. We have Wave Masters. We have a bob, which is just like an upper torso and head. We have a punch machine as well, which tells us tells people how many punches they're doing per second, the power to punch, and so on as well, so they can really blitz into this too. And we have some wall bags where they're just sort of against the wall, which is used for we incorporate some martial arts within what we do as well. So the purpose of our boot camp is to make sure that they're covering everything. So we have aerobics, we have anaerobic stuff. This again is more of a guy thing than a girl thing. So they're going to do some weights as well, which is going to cause that side of it. But generally, we're looking to burn calories and reduce fat rather than just build massive muscle. So all of them, you just need to go through with your exercise, highlight any one of these with the equipment that they're going to need. You can add equipment to this as well. You can delete all this and just write your own in there as well. This is just to give you an idea of some of the things that we use. But as I was saying before, where you've got, next is the area of body to focus on. So highlight which part you're going to look at. Most of these should be highlighted every single class anyway. So you want to give them a good full body workout so that they do everything within the body. They leave, they come back. So it really burns a whole stack of calories, which is mostly what the female side of things would be looking at. Now, one of the things that we do say to everybody that comes in as well is we cover everything. We do aerobic, we do martial arts side of things as well. We also include the yoga, the Pilates, everything we talk about. There's no point in talking to them about different types of training that they've never heard of, because you just all you've done is switch them off. So when we're talking to them in the introduction, we tell them about things that we know they would have heard of, like yoga, Pilates, especially aerobic workout, circuit training. They've heard of all of those types of things generally. So, and then the majority of people have heard of martial arts too, so we incorporate some of the fitness side of that as well. So that covers everything within the lesson structure. What I've put at the bottom as well is that what's more important than what you teach is how you teach. So, as I said before, it's absolutely paramount that you say everybody's name at least 3 times within the class. Give them encouragement, help them out, work with them on their technique, on their form, make sure that's good as well. We find doing a mix of, rather than just standing there barking orders at them, join in with some of the class as well, so that you start to get a bit of a sweat on too. They like this as well, because you in a sense, you're the pace maker, and you dictate the pace that they should be going at, and then they want to try and keep up with you. So I do most of the classes as well. So then one, it's great for me to keep my fitness level up as well, but again, whilst I'm doing it, I'm still watching what everyone else is doing, and I'm still making sure that everybody's safe, and I don't stay down all the time doing the exercise. I am looking around to make sure that the environment is safe, to make sure that people aren't cheating, because it's really easy to tell whether they're cheating. Some of them will get really good at putting fantastic faces and not actually doing anything as well. So cotton on to those ones, and then give them a hard time over it, because name and shame we use in the actual classes. Because they come in because they want help, so help them. When I said to you before about in the eye care video, this is part of it too. So it's not what you teach as much as it is how you teach. So become a really good instructor, and then they'll stay, and they'll stay, and they'll stay, and they'll stay. The other one as well is that what we say is, as we've got written at the bottom, is motion creates emotion. Get the people moving, they're going to get happy, they're going to feel good. And we shout to them as well, is that the sweat is just a fat crying. We shout to them as well to little things like that it doesn't work unless you're smiling. So one thing that everybody does is they grit their teeth, they're grimacing when they're doing exercises, and in their head they're saying, I can't. So we look at the mental side and the psychological side as well. So just making them laugh. Again, it's a great core workout, laughing, but also what it does is it breaks that monotonous side of just doing the exercise. So telling them that it doesn't work unless they're smiling, guaranteed to always put a smile on everyone's face. So have a look through this. If you've got any questions on it, it's quite self-explanatory. You don't even have to use this. It's set up there for my team. I don't tend to use it myself, purely because I just come in, I know what I'm going to teach, I write it on the board so that everyone can see it as well, and then we go through it. But this really helps those that are coming through. This really helps you if you're not that great at remembering everything that you need to do. Then put it down in a structure, and there's no problem with keep looking at it every now and again as well, because then the girls can use this as their rest time. Okay, hopefully that helps, and that covers everything to do with the lesson plan structure.